Dolph Lundgren in studio. Great to finally meet Dolph Lundgren. Small Apartments in theaters now is his latest film. Also Expendables 2 coming out in theaters August 17th. I saw the last one. I'm excited for the next one. Testosterone Fest. What's Small Apartments about?
Oh, hi. Nice to be on the show.
Hey, nice to have you, Dolph.
Nice to meet you finally. Well, Small Apartments is a small, kind of weird black comedy by the Swedish director Jonas Åkerlund, who did a lot of the Madonna videos, and he did a couple of Lady Gaga videos, and so it's like an ensemble cast. I play a. I'm not any of those guys. You see that weird guys with the wigs. Yeah. No, I play a kind of like a self-help doctor, like kind of like a cross between Tony Robbins and a Vegas gambler. Wayne Newton, I'd say.
It's a dark comedy.
Yeah, fun but dark. Yeah.
What do you prefer?
Well, yeah, I prefer doing roles which are different. So, that way you feel fresh when you go in. Expendables is fun because my character is a bit offbeat in that picture. So it's not kind of just straight action. It's a little more character-based. So I haven't done much of that, so I really enjoy doing that.
I want to know the whole Dolph Lundgren story.
Oh, shit. How much time you got?
I got time. I want to know
from soup to nuts.
Where you get discovered, how it works. You can come over here as a Grace Jones bodyguard, and somebody should have forced you to have sex just to see what that kid would look like. You know what I mean? Like an 8-foot-tall kid.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Who could dance and do kickboxing.
They didn't have to force us, actually. But I came over to study engineering, chemical engineering to America. And then I got up,
Where do you come from?
Sweden.
And what are you doing in Sweden?
What did I do? I was an engineering student, and I was a karate fighter champion.
And, kickboxing or some other
karate,
form?
Karate, yeah. It's called knockdown karate. It's like a full contact karate.
Right. And you're doing that over there, and you're studying engineering. See, here, when someone is good looking, they go, fuck it. Yeah. And someone goes, hey, you should read this book. And they go, hello, I have a mirror. And we don't, chicks and dudes, they don't go, they go, fuck it. And the message gets sent early and often. It's always weird when you talk to some chick and she's really hot, and you go, what do you do? And she goes, I'm a veterinarian. And you go, why do you? And then they go, I'm Canadian. And you go, oh, you're from one of those countries that expects things out of good-looking people, not just sitting around and, here it's like, I'm coming out with a calendar. That's all we have. Or once in a while there's a story where someone goes, I was really fat, my teeth were fucked up in high school, and then I got hot later on. But you're from one of those countries where everyone's good-looking, so you have to do something.
Yeah, well, I didn't know that, but you're right. When I go back now and you're staying at some nice hotel, and the chick comes in to clean your room, and she's like a 10. She should be like a model. She should have a calendar, but she's like a maid.
Wow,
so
sweet.
That's how it is. Yeah. You should go.
Nice. I should. So you come over here.
Podcast in Sweden.
You come to the United States at what age?
I came over when I was 18 first time to study chemistry.
Where were you going to study?
Washington State University. And,
why? And how's that? I mean, is there no studying of chemical engineering going on in Sweden at all?
Yeah. Well, I got a scholarship because I couldn't afford to travel. This is before they deregulated air travel. It was really expensive to travel. So I got a scholarship I wanted to go to America, and I got a scholarship as an engineer, as a student. Came over to Washington State, then I went to Clemson for a while, and then finally I had a scholarship to MIT, and that's when I started,
Wow.
I got stupid and became an actor, basically.
So did you decide to become an actor, or did enough people ask you if you're an actor or tell you to be an actor before you just gave in and went, oh, fuck it, I'll put down the beaker and I'll become an actor?
Yeah. Were you tired of people laughing when you said you were going to go to MIT? Come on.
Well, they were, people were... people. I don't know. I felt conflicted because I'd met Grace in Australia, and then I was studying in Australia at Sydney University on a scholarship, and I met her there. And then I was fighting in Australia, and I went to Japan to fight, and she was there. And then I met her again, and then I went to see her in New York, and I had a couple of months off between semesters because Australia is Southern Hemisphere, so they start, they finish their school 6 months before they started. Anyway, it's a long story. But anyway, so I went to New York with Grace, and I ran into people from a different world, in the fashion industry. And I remember going to a club with her, And she took off, and I'm standing there, and I didn't drink at the time, so I was standing there, and some guy comes up and goes, "Hi, what are you famous for?" And I'm like, "Nothing, as far as I know." And he goes, "Hey, I put you in my magazine," and it was Andy Warhol, right? So he took a picture of me, and then I was in Interview magazine, and then I started meeting people in that business, and I kind of went, I kind of like this a bit better than shaking test tubes. So
Sure.
I kind of. Got some modeling going, and then I got into business films.